Hi everyone, how are you? I'm well, I'm doing great. I was just thinking about everyone and I felt like, oh, let me, talk to my people. Today was great. I went to church, as you can see. I went to church and everything was good. The topic was the usefulness of salt cannot be underestimated. All right, the role of salt, just like you cook and without salt becomes tasteless. That's how we are expected to be, in this world. Christians are encouraged to be that flavor that makes everything, beautiful. All right. So that is it. Just go home and, shine, reflect Christ, represent Him everywhere you go. In the world where things are not going, you know, well, everything these days is going in opposite direction. So we need to, to take a stand, and be like Christ. That is just the whole message. Having said that, someone threw a question somewhere and I felt like, let me share with you all. The question is, should there be intimacy during fasting? All right, specifically for couples. Well, before you say your view, I just want to share with you what I have in mind. We all know that marriage is a very beautiful thing, and God can never make any mistakes, right? All right, now, you know, if I say I love you and he responds that he loves me, it means that we have an agreement. All right, before we even take our relationship to the next level, there's got to be this particular agreement, which is why in Amos chapter 3 verse 3, the Bible says that two cannot work together except they agree. All right, so having said that, when you come together as couple, live together as couple, you cannot in any way do something that is about you. You've got to put into cognizance the feelings of the other person. That applies to even when you fast. But before you get married, you know what? You can fast all you want. 30 days in a month. You can do all sort of things alone. Of course, no one will come bugging you. No one will come knocking at your door that, why would you fast? Why would you do a thing like this? But the moment you have someone in your life, I'm talking about those in marriage. The moment you have someone in your life, then you can no longer have that freedom. Of course, you have freedom to do things, but then you are taking the feelings of others into consideration. All right. So that is why, coming to fasting, in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, Paul Apostle never left us in the dark about this. So when you are fasting, there's got to be this time limit so that you don't, give room to the devil. Do it, agree, let there be agreement, all right? So that, Satan will not come in. And so I'm looking at that particular message from Paul Apostle. Everything centers on agreement. For instance, if I want to fast for maybe problem in my marriage, problems around me, it might not just be about me. I can actually fast for someone close to me, someone, around my neighborhood, anybody at all. You can decide to fast for your country or anything that comes to your mind, right? But then you can't just go in there. It's something that you need to discuss with your spouse, all right? It's discuss with him in advance. All right, so I'm gonna, go to God in prayer. I'm gonna put this one to God in prayer. And if he agrees, there must be that agreement. If he agrees, fine and good. But when he says no, it means that you people are working not together. Even though you are living together, you are not working together. And so if he says no, it means you don't have to fast. You get my point? It's not something you wake up in the morning and say, okay, I want to fast. Right? It doesn't make sense. You are not alone. So you've got to do that so that he will be at peace, she will be at peace. And so when you are done, you have to come back together. That was the concern of Paul Apostle. All right? So it is not like, in that way, in that particular manner, he will not come bugging you. She will not come disturbing you because you are going through a spiritual exercise that will benefit the family or benefit someone else. You understand? He wouldn't bug you. But if you do not consider this particular person, it's all about your own feelings. No, that is not what the Bible says. That is not what we are supposed to do. All right. So that is what I want to just point out there. For those of you who are asking, is it appropriate for you to be disturbed during fasting? Of course, the foundation is not laid properly. Because if you let him or her know that this is what is going to happen ahead of time, there wouldn't be a question like this. All right? So always try to communicate ahead of time. Always try to make sure that you are transparent enough. Let your husband or your wife know exactly what you are doing so that he'll be able to come, it should be in the picture. That's exactly what I want to, put across. If you have any comments regarding this, your view will equally be welcomed. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. God bless you mightily. And thank you so much for always sharing. If you find it useful, ensure that you let others know that it is not appropriate for us to just wake up one morning and tell our spouses, you know what, I'm going to fast today. It is something that needs to be discussed ahead of time so that we enjoy our marriage every day. It is my desire that the Lord come to your rescue and bless you, bless your home. And for those who are yet to be married, may God come to you at his time. Do not worry. When the time is right, he's going to make it happen. God bless you guys and stay blessed. Bye for now.